And we are back. Back to the Silver Lantern Archives. Today we continue on with an Astral Odyssey. It's been a little while since we've taken to the seas, but today is the day, or at least it should be. Might be going to therapy instead. Let's see what the party decides to do. But before we see where they're going, we need to know where they've been. And today, the one who's been put on the gallows is Corvallis. Corvallis, what you got? What happened?
Hello, figs, noodles, and toaster strudels. Welcome back to the stories of the Saltmarsh adventures. Previously, on these blithering pirate idiots, we managed to get off the island of hell, and basically went through a little bit of downtime where we figured out what was going on with us and slowly healed from the time in what we basically seemed to be a demi-plane. Corvallis seems to have grown scales and is beginning to shed all the damage he had previously. Everyone is going through a lot of emotional and traumatic baggage. The captain is trying to keep everyone together, which has gotten much harder because the first mate had to resign their position. And unfortunately, due to in-real-life issues, we sadly lost Grim. But we move on. And after about a week or so of traveling, we ended up in a new port town. Though I cannot remember what the name of the port town is off the top of my head.
New to you, not new to us.
Oh yeah, new to Corvallis. Everyone else knows, but I just forgot the name. While in town, we realized we finally have a chance to resupply and everything, and we ran into a new friend. Second. Mom, and I forgot. How do you pronounce your name?
Frodium.
A new friend, Frodium, who, after being given recommendation because this group is suffering a severe amount of psychological bullshit, we've hired them on to join our crew in trying to fix or diagnose us as much as possible. So yeah, they're going to be charging us a lot of money for the foreseeable future. After that, we did a long section of buying items and basically just resupplying ourselves for future encounters and just going back out into the open sea, as well as deciding what exactly to do now that we completed the job of clearing the Island of Death. We meet our group back up in town and also debating about getting magical tattoos. We'll see how that goes from here.
There's no debate to be had about that. I didn't have what I needed. At least I couldn't find what I needed. Also, Blue, we're privateers.
Potato. All Corvallis knows is he's joining you guys, and we get paid to do stuff.
Legal stuff.
Legal, illegal, it's all the same to him.
Alrighty. We begin back on the ship. It is moments after Mira separated from Corvallis's conversation. Xanth's conversation with Dex, as she is attempting to clear her mind. Mira?
Yeah. Sorry, I am dealing with some tech issues. My PC randomly crashed halfway through that explanation. I had to move you guys over to my laptop. I'm so sorry.
Dang it, Mom, why are you doing that to Mika?
Bites are so tasty.
Nom, 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 nom. Great. So, yes, clearing the minds and such. Please move on to somebody else while I try to get this sorted. I don't know what.
Alrighty, we're gonna go check on Corvallis. Corvallis, what's you up to?
We hired a therapist for this crew. We're probably going to pay them a lot of money. We went and shopped around for a bunch of stuff. Corvallis hands you like some gloves that are going to help you with your stuff.
Not that. What
And,
is he doing? At the moment.
Yeah,
okay.
here's the
Oh
thing.
no, I thought
We're-
Mika was asking for like the recap since they had to miss part of it.
No, here's the thing: is that we're all getting back to the ship just now with
Yeah.
Frodium, so we're all together, minus Mira, who was clearing her head.
Yeah. So the party has returned.
She was with Dex on the ship.
What are y'all going to do upon returning?
There's a new person. Who's that?
Our therapist.
Varen, you see not the tallest of women, a young girl by all accounts, early 20s at the earliest, but she looks like she's been through a lot, considering she's a little more scratched up than most of the crew, save for maybe the captain. And there's something about her eyes that just seem dead to you.
But she's smiling at you. She walks up and holds her hand out to you. Hi,
Hello,
Mira.
Frodium. I'm supposed to be a new long-term medical provider.
Oh, right. Kai just like looks at the captain who's been mentioning therapy nonstop since the island.
Hey?
Good luck with that.
Don't sound too concerned.
I wouldn't say I'm concerned. More,
You see Abbey walk behind one of the lead patients.
that is out of character laughter, not in character. She just kind of turns around and looks at Abby and raises an eyebrow.
You keep fucking walking. Drive by, sell out. You don't give a fuck.
She doesn't mean that. I'm fine.
Oh no, she
If we're all
100% means
fine,
that.
I wouldn't be here.
Thank you. That's appreciated.
Every single last one of us needs fucking therapy.
I'll probably do the best I can. As long as everyone's willing.
I have a report. Varen, you just hear a voice come out of nowhere.
Hey, what's going on, Phiren? Or not Phiren.
It's Varen. It's Phiren.
Yeah, okay. Phiren.
Misty has left the ship in need to do some research. They will be remaining behind for the current voyage.
By the way, when the voice starts speaking, Frodium Mira will lean over to you and just say, "That's just the boat. Don't worry about it. It happens all the time."
Okay, good.
Yeah.
By the way, Varen, there's a massive fucking tree in the back of the ship. Just big fucking oak.
She's keeping an eye on it. We'll probably keep her distance.
Alright, Phiren. Is everyone aboard that's supposed to be?
Is Varen a guy or a girl?
Who?
Uh,
I think Varen was a guy. Did I misremember?
No, he is a guy. What?
Varen was saying she would keep her eyes. I'm just confirming.
Yeah, Phiren is a dude.
Varen
Phiren's
Frodium is female.
Oh. Damn.
Do you have a picture?
Even with the picture.
Either way, so now we know. My bad. Thought it was.
Oh, you are
No,
not.
no.
You are not talking about the tree.
No.
No.
Never
Varen.
mind.
Moment's character.
Rhodium.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If you want, I can
Rhodium
change the name to Verinthia, which is the full name.
No, it's fine. I just made a mistake early on. Alrighty.
Okay. Is everyone aboard that is supposed to be on a board?
We are waiting
By
for
the
two
way-
more, but they should be arriving.
Who are we missing?
Where is it we're going next?
1 second, Mira. Who are we missing?
We are currently waiting for the return of Ramhorn, Jasper, and Nina.
Hey, that's 3 more, not 2, but alright.
Ramhorn is not a crew member in the same way as the others. If you would like me to change the way I refer to them, please inform me.
More so as that I want to know who is supposed to be on the ship before we leave.
Understood. There are 3 members of the crew that are missing.
Alright.
They should be returning shortly. They went to get something I am not allowed to talk about.
Oh, great! More secrets! Love that!
This dance gives you a look, Mira, of you know about as much as I do.
She just kind of shrugged. She's just so sick of the secrecy at this point. It's like, well, here we go.
I can't inform you because I don't know it either. That being said, Mira, we have a new job. We're gonna go deal with some pirates on the way to Korak.
We're heading to Korak, right? We did say we were going to.
That is what I just said, yes.
So-
We're just
Okay.
doing a job on the way there.
Right.
There's a pirate ship
filling
that
me
we're
in.
going. There is a pirate ship that we have to deal with. Might be some bounties on it. Not entirely sure yet, but we'll hit Korak, and then if we have any prisoners, we'll take them back afterwards. As well as once we get about a day's travel out, we'll deal with the halfling.
How many days travel to where we need to go?
3 weeks. At least to get all the way to
My
Quark.
God.
Aye.
And we don't know do we know specifically where the ship that we're supposed to be hitting on the way is, or do we just know that it's somewhere along the way and we just have to keep an eye on it?
It is on the way somewhere.
Alright.
General location, but not precise. Hard to put a precise pin on a moving ship.
Of course. So 3 weeks to Korak, but somewhere along the way we'll be stopped.
Aye. Somewhere along the way, we'll be stopping to go rustle up some pirates.
It's at that point you hear the sound of somebody running up the gangplank.
I turn to look.
It's a ram horn.
Thank you.
And you briefly see Mina and Jasper before a tree root lifts up to block them.
Okay, wait a minute. Where's this happening?
Coming up the gangplank to get on the ship.
Yeah, I'm trying to find that on the map.
Off to the right. I'm not using the map at the moment.
Okay.
Because y'all are like right next to it. Because y'all just got on the ship.
There. I'm also.
I have a question. Out of character question. because I'm not sure, I might have just missed it because I wasn't here last session. So we managed to make it to an island. Did the NPCs that we found on
The
Undead
Isle of the Abbey.
Island,
The Isle of the Abbey.
Bayleaf and
Bayleaf has
yeah.
left.
Bayleaf.
Callan and Malon are both still on the ship.
All right. Do we know? Have we spoken to them since? Do we know what their
No.
plan is? Are they sticking around with us, or?
They didn't get off the ship,
Sierra's
so
gonna go-
presumably.
Which one's Ramhorn?
The drake that came with her.
Argon, right?
Okay. Okay, so who's coming up the gameplay?
Ramhorn, Mina, and Jasper.
Mina and Jasper. So Mina and the cat?
Yeah, Jasper saw
Cat Jasper?
the tobacco.
Okay. And Phiren is stopping them from continuing on?
No, they're blocking your view of them. You hear the distinct sound of Mina's voice. As she's scurrying off towards the tree.
Oh God.
Phiren? What is going on?
I have promised not to say. I apologize.
Is this going to be a good surprise, or am I going to get pissed off?
You will not be angry.
I am going to trust you.
It's just Nina. How bad could it be?
Deadpan looked at you.
She just kind of shrugged, like, I know. But we're gonna try to find positivity somewhere. And she's gonna go off and look for Callan, because I want to know what
You do see
that guy's plans are.
the Kimura brothers are rushing towards the tree as well.
Oh,
the
that's
kiddos are
just-
finding something. That's terrifying.
Yeah. I'm
But
gonna
they
look
were
at
on
Elowen.
towards the center. Elowen's not looking at you, she's whistling.
Innocent. So innocent.
I'm just going to look down at Elowen and go, "You are your father's child."
What's that mean?
It means that you're always up to mischief.
It's not mischief. But just in case my crew is getting into mischief, I'll just go check on.
I'm just gonna ruffle her hair and send her on her way.
She's gonna rush off towards the tree too. You also see a familiar seal flopping his way towards the tree.
Oh no,
Oh,
that's
God.
mischief. Oh, that's just mischief. Frodium, as they had, Xanth is going to start introducing you to the different members of the crew. The giant the giant tree is Phiren.
As you approach, do you walk up to Phiren, or are you pointing from a distance?
That I am pointing from a distance because I don't feel like getting launched by a tree branch.
You do see a raccoon standing there with a stop sign in front of the tree.
Oh God.
This is just getting weird.
This is so bad.
You
This
can
is
no
so
longer
bad.
That's
see
what I-
the children as they have gone around behind Phiren.
Mm-hmm. That is a raccoon. It has a tendency to give Canum explosives.
Okay.
I don't know if it actually has a name or not. It hasn't told us. The little one that I just sent off to go deal with honestly, those are her crew members. I'm not going to argue with that. Is Elowin, my ward. The seal also hasn't told us their name. Almost positive it's a Selkie. We've never seen it in its humanoid form, but the signs are there. Ramhorn is a companion. Ramhorn and Mina, which you just saw run up the game plank. I guess Mina also falls under my ward. Speaking, I have no idea what happened to Alvara. Above table, what did we decide with that?
I think they just sailed off somewhere. They just vanished.
They didn't have a ship.
You're not entirely sure what happened to them after they left. They just kind of dipped on the island of the Abbey, and nobody's seen them since.
They dipped on the. Okay,
Oh
so
god.
they left. They said peace out while we were on the island. Okay, well they're dead.
So much faith.
You haven't seen that island.
Mom might go watch some of the bullshit. That
I
was that
heard some of
island.
the bullshit.
But continuing on.
With Alvara more than likely deceased at this point, I guess Mina falls under my care as well. Not that that's a problem. Smoochie over there and points at the dog.
They are currently standing next to Mira.
Yeah.
Mira, while Xanthus doing introductions, Mira went off to look for Callan.
Yeah, Smoochie's going with
Mm-hmm.
So I point to the dog that's following Mira. That's Smoochie. Funny enough, we found Smoochie and Elowin at the same time. They came as a package deal, but Smoochie seems to have taken a liking to Tamira. So there's that. Dex is the blue tiefling that's wandering about somewhere. Jasper was that tabaxi that you saw. Xanth looks down at her shadow. Do I see Mara?
You don't see her, but you can tell your shadow is darker than normal, so she's down there.
Right. She's currently in the shadows at the moment, but Mara is in my shadow.
Mara did appear when you first got Phiren.
Okay, I couldn't remember.
We did meet briefly.
Yeah. The moth woman over there is Lynn. She's our resident. She's our healer.
You
I
can
am
see
going to.
She is currently outside of the medical tent, or the medical ward, alongside Doc.
Yes. Doc is also. If I remember correctly, Doc's not coming with us when we leave Cork this time round, right?
No, all of the Cork members are with you because they're heading back to Cork.
No. I mean, Doc is staying on Cork when we leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Lynn is our resident healer. Doc is here for the time being, but he will end up staying on Cork once we get there.
And quick question of you as captain, am I hierarchy for healers? I'm guessing I am below Lynn.
When it comes to that, yes. Technically, you guys are different subsections, but Lynn would have seniority. I will also note. Yeah, I will also note. She's a pacifist. Don't piss her off.
You don't piss off pacifists. It's a bad idea.
Oh, it is.
That's a fish plus.
Yeah, I think she's broken her pacifism once in the entire time that I have ever known her. And my
She
nose is
jumped
still
on the
crooked.
dragon's head.
Here's the thing, she might have jumped on that dragon's head, but she didn't attack it.
No.
She was just trying to get it to stop. That wasn't a
She
break of
broke the
pacifism.
punch captain in the face.
Yeah, she broke it once to punch me in the face. But the one next, then there's Sally. She is our quartermaster. So she's the one that fucking kicks me in the ass when need be. The one that threw Mira under the bus is Abbey. She's our woman at arms. She's a bit standoffish, but she's been my best friend since childhood. She's a good lass. Just doesn't trust and easily. That and she's got a well, prove yourself on the battlefield and you'll earn her respect.
Okay.
Other than that, the other children, you saw those. Those other two tabaxi, the two twin boys. Those are the Camaro brothers. Their mother is around here somewhere. For reference, it's these ones over here. Minus Mina. That's Mina. These are the Camaros. Camaros. Yeah. I will eventually get that right. And not butcher it. Huh?
I doubt it.
No, because it's absolutely fucking. If they can learn common, I can learn how to pronounce their fucking names. It might take me a bit, but I will figure it the fuck out. The giant wolf over there can actually turn into a human. That's Aster. Not Aster, Astrid. She has a tendency to stay in that form. Granted, when she comes out of that form, she absolutely fucking kicks ass.
She's pointing
And
out
I'm going.
effectively a direwolf, by the way.
Yeah. Vivi's still in medical bay, isn't she?
Yes.
Alright. There's another tiefling in medical bay by the name of Vivi. He had some recent soul injury. He's on the mend, but also
Is she conscious right now, or does she need more time to recover before she can talk? If she has soul damage, I'd like to get that immediately. The faster that's taken care of, the better.
she is currently unconscious. She's on the mend, but unconscious.
He's also in medical bay, or at least should be.
Yes, speaking of that, where the fuck? Phiren, where's Abbey?
Looking over the children.
Send her ass back to medical day.
Understood. You hear yelling from behind the tree.
Stubborn woman. Literally just got eaten. Huh?
She decided it would be a good idea to sneak out of the back window.
That sounds about right. He's an escape artist. The snake woman over there, she doesn't have a nameplate.
Yeah.
Is Cinda. We kind of rescued her from Korik. She's a priestess. She grows the flowers. On the off chance that we have to deal with that fucking curse again that was affecting Astrid. I think the only other things of note is, and you see Xanth point out a very large pink chicken. That's a rosebud. That is my brother's mount. He's very mother hen.
You see a hand poking out from under it.
And that would be her mother henning my brother. She is very overprotective. It's best to just not fight her on most things.
I'll keep that in mind.
Longway is probably in the kitchen. He's a dragonborn. And Soup is probably with him, supervising. Is Ravenna still on the ship?
No.
Okay.
God damn, we have so many NPCs.
Yeah. I think I went through them all. Okay.
You missed
This one
Belethra,
also-
that was it. Belethra and Callan are the only two you missed.
Okay. Valithra only
Wait, wait.
speaks Sylvan. Is
Hold on,
also a healer.
Hold on. I need to get to open page. Okay.
You also have Arania on the Arania.
Yeah. So, yeah. Valithra he's got 3 tails right now? Is it 3 or 5? 3? Okay, so the blue 3-tailed fox is, Valithra. Healer only speaks Sylvan. Doesn't understand a lick of anything else. Do you speak Sylvan?
Sadly not. I'll have to get a translator, or might have to pick up a few spells for that.
We can consider it part of the compensation. I can teach you. Hellman, we picked up on that Death Island that we were just at, and he's here to help. He seems to be some sort of time traveler. We're not entirely sure yet. We'll figure that one out later. Kelman's over here. And then there's
the person that Nero's been going around looking for while these introductions have been done.
Yeah, pretty much. And then there's the Urania. Obviously this is a very big ship. Can't get into some places. So we have a little ship that's underneath this ship, which is the Urania. Phiren's daughter. As you can tell, we are on a living ship. So we have 2 ships.
Okay.
You see a little more feminine hand made of trees just pop out of the ground. It's got a little pink flower on the back of the wrist, and they wave at you. The hand sinks back into the ground.
I think I got everyone. We also have an unconscious halfling, but I don't actually know that one's name yet, as she's currently a prisoner. We'll be waking her up once we're about a day's travel out. As to why she's a prisoner, she actively tried to get us killed. In her defense, there's definitely some coercion involved. So we haven't completely written her off.
Well, I hope I got everyone written down. If not, I'll write them down later.
It's a lot. Misty's obviously not on the ship right now, but we'll be fine. We'll figure it out. And technically, I know that I missed one. I just She doesn't have a nameplate.
Uh,
Oh, her. And you didn't get most of those from Core.
Pevy! Her name is Pevy. I remember that because I always go confused with Pele.
Yeah, okay. Pevy is the
And then Drevy's around here
Smith.
somewhere. You're just not sure where.
yeah, and Jeffrey's the rent. The ones that are on Korik, while important, aren't because we're about to lose them anyway.
But it's at that point you notice the kids are peeking their heads around Phiren to get a good look at what the group's doing.
Xantha raises an eyebrow.
They hide behind Phiren again.
Children, they bring so much joy,
They
but
do.
so much mischief.
Bounds and bounds of it.
Aye. But Corvallis, how are you holding up? Actually, Corvallis, go in the medical bay. You said you were having some kind of skin irritation.
No, actually, I think it's fine. I'm just growing scales now.
Xanth is going to just grab Corvallis by the shoulder and frog march him to medical bay.
Captain, this is completely unnecessary because Corvallis has no strength, so you literally just. Oh wait. Oh yeah. By the way, Mama, just a quick out of character. Corvallis has a strength of 6.
He's got noodle arms. Oh, there's also. Did we ever get the name of the pink-haired individual?
I think we did.
That would be Malon.
Okay, he's staying with us, right?
He's still in medbay.
He's still in medbay, so yeah, he doesn't have a choice.
Oh, I have to grab another book.
Oh, Captain, this isn't necessary. Look, all the burnt skin, all whatever was burnt on me, I've shed off already, so I'm perfectly fine now.
You get put into one of the beds.
You see
And
Abbey has been mummified into the bed with lines.
Are they okay?
Aye, they're fine. Or at least they will be in a couple of days.
You hear grumbling.
Grumble at me all you want, lass. If you're not careful, I'll send my brother in here to keep an eye on you for 24/7.
More grumbling.
I don't sleep. Do you want me to just stare at them for the next 24 hours?
Not unless you want to get your ass kicked.
Fair enough.
Because if you do that, I do not have faith in Phiren being able to keep her restrained.
It's
That being
Alright.
said,
Go ahead.
I mean, I watch most of you when you sleep anyway.
That's
I am
not
going to-
illegal.
I am going to shove a cloth into Corvallis' mouth as I check over his skin.
It looks like almost like silver. It looks like scales made of silver that pretty much go over like most of his body now.
There. But you were saying, Cece?
Well, all of this is going on. Let's go check on Mira and Callan. Callan is on the other end of the ship, looking out over the sea.
Well, when she finds him, Mira's gonna walk up to him. Hey! You didn't get off the boat when we were in port. Why?
There's something going on here. I get the feeling this is the right place to be.
Get the feeling this is the right place to be. That's ominous.
Yeah, well, we're dealing with the Lotus. A lot of it's based on feeling. It's almost like a rift, something changing in the time stream. I've been so.
CC, something's going on with your mic.
Are you being abducted? Are you being
Testing,
brought up
testing.
by aliens?
It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
Hold on. Say a protracted sentence. Say something in a sentence.
My name is Carol. I am here to steal your toes.
Oh
The
God!
fuck? Okay, yeah, sounds good. Say a sentence, not a haunting melody.
It was perfect. Shush.
They talked about stealing people's toes.
Yeah, it's where we're with
It's
Canaan. He's
not
the
the
finger
first
guy.
time I've heard it.
But when you're
Mhm.
when you've been disconnected from the proper time stream, you can feel when it's changing. And something about it's changing around you lot.
Yeah, how did you get lost in time in the first place?
Well, at first I wasn't lost. My ship had the capability of making jumps, but I don't quite know where it is right now. So I'm gonna have to find it.
You'd lost your time ship.
Yep. It gets bored and
That's
runs off
inconvenient.
sometimes.
It gets bored. Is it a living ship like Phiren?
Kind of. It's an amalgamation of time.
I am not smart enough for this. Okay.
Honestly,
You're gonna
neither
be
am I.
You're gonna be sticking around for a while then?
Yeah. Sounds like you guys could use some help.
For this group of people? Usually, yeah.
And until my ship either finds me or we figure out what's going on, I'd be glad to give you all a hand.
Well, then, welcome aboard.
Thanks, ex first mate. Should have just called you Mira.
I'm not first mate,
That's why I said ex.
anymore. Yeah, Mira's fine.
Well, don't worry. I'm sure the captain will find something that fits you perfect. You're too good to just get left standing around, yeah?
Okay, and she's just gonna turn around and walk away.
You hear a soft chuckle as you head off. Where are you heading
She
to?
doesn't know how to deal with it. She's just gonna walk away. Probably
you
back to the rest of the group.
You can see there's some kind of kerfuffle going on at the medical tent.
That's not unusual. Where's the captain at the moment?
The medical tent.
She's gonna head over to the medical tent and she's just gonna poke her head in. Captain, the Callan dude is gonna be sticking around for a while. I'm not staying here. It's just looking around the shit going on in the medical bay, just like closes the curtain and leaves.
Mira, one moment, come back.
She'll turn around, come back.
With everything that's gone on, I'm going to need you to be slightly more specific. What do you mean you're not staying here?
Oh, Heroes in medical bay. You know why I need to stick around on the ship.
I do, but you are fully capable of making your own choices and have free will. Therefore, you could have changed your mind at any point. Thought I had to be sure. I am glad that was not the case, though. That being said,
Yeah.
speaking that I am trying to figure out what the fuck is going on with Corvallis, as he's now got scales.
Yeah, nothing
These-
with that guy surprises me anymore. Kind of just like pokes her head around Xanthor and Corvallis.
Sam is just like turning his arm like back and forth, like looking at these. These aren't
I will
fish
admit-
scales.
Yes. Also, it's kind. Also, I started. Also, it's kind of weird. I started speaking this weird, like growly language.
What does it? What does it sound like?
You hear a muffled
It kinda-
response from the back from Abbey.
Wait. Didn't last session didn't Targrim address this with Corvallis when we were meeting for Frodium?
Yeah, but Corvallis has the attention span of a squirrel.
Not
we
only-
talked about like you understood what it was. You didn't tell me what it was. We ended session before then.
Yeah,
Oh.
not only that, but you guys were talking in the background, so we weren't listening. Or Xanth wasn't. She was talking to Frodium. That being said, Corvallis, say something in the language.
I basically.
Yes, I know Draconic.
I say it as like, "Hello, how are you on this fine day?" But I kind of it comes out slightly weird just because he's not used to phonetically speaking like it.
Phiren, will you let Abbey speak, please?
It's draconic.
I know that.
It's Joe. Why do I know how to speak like a dragon?
I don't fucking know, Corvallis.
Huh.
Wait a moment. Can I roll Arcana?
Sure.
Specifically, if I know what a Draconic Soul Sorcerer is.
Go ahead and roll.
Okay. Nope, go away. Where is my... It is near the top. Why do I not see... Oh, because I'm fucking blind!
Heckin' black.
I need new glasses.
Hey, same.
Not high enough to know what a Draconic Soul Sorcerer is?
It's just a draconic sorcerer with draconic ancestry, but
Oh,
it does
yeah.
remind you of those situations. However, in most cases, the scales don't take over like they're doing with Corvallis. Usually, it is more of a design on the skin that hardens whenever it is needed.
Okay. So I have a theory, but you don't exactly fit in that box precisely, so there's other shit going on.
I don't think I'm supposed to fit in any boxes at all, so anything works.
It's a figure of speech, Corvallis.
I know what you meant. I was just trying to answer the figure of speech.
Fair enough. Targrim. Where is Targrim?
Where is Targrim? Where did he go?
Oh, Targrim's been in the same spot. He's always been meditating in front of that big pool of water. Although now he has a jug of wine next to him, and a small cup to sip, and he's sipping from it.
Phiren, will you get me Targrim?
Targrim, you hear Xanth's voice.
Targrim looks around.
You can see her all the way on the other side of the ship over near Medbay.
Targrim gets up, stretches, and starts trotting over.
Doesn't take long for you to respond to get there.
Captain, I heard you. I heard my name. Did you need something?
Aye. How much do you know about draconic lineages.
How much would Targrim know about draconic lineages? I mean, he was married. He was married to a dragon priestess.
You know,
He's a dragonborn. I'd say I know a good amount. They usually show up when people have a dragon in their ancestry. Are we talking about Corvallis?
Aye.
It's odd though. Usually the scales that usually form on draconic sorcerers, they're not really as hard or, I guess, itchy as his. They're more like reactive armor, I guess you could call it.
Aye, that's what I know of it too.
Targar's gonna go up to Corvallis and grab his arm and examine the scales closely, picking at them with his claw a little bit, not enough to like actually dig them out or scratches, just testing it like, with the feel of his own scales. Do they feel odd in any way, shape, or form?
They feel thick. More like thicker than a dragon's born, but similar in make.
Odd.
Question: do dragon people tend to shed?
I mean,
Some
yes, I shed on the occasion, usually maybe twice a year.
Oh,
I mean, it's a
no,
natural.
I've been shedding like crazy since we got back after I blew myself up.
Shedding like what is crazy to you though? I look around. Are there any like scraps of old dragon skin around,
Not
or
really,
whatever
it's
the hell?
mostly been reused at this point.
Reused?
Stolen by Phiren and put back into ecosystems.
Oh, use
Okay.
as fertilizer.
Okay, in that case, then Xantha's going to look for a patch that seems to be almost coming off, and just pull it off as gently as possible. She's specifically trying to get some that is already coming off.
Captain, you know I don't feel pain. You can just rip it off if you want.
You and I both know at this point that is no longer true. That being said, I am going to look into this. And Xantha's basically going to take a sample. It's going to...
Oh, good.
What was that?
Oh, Targar is going to ask, Captain, do we have gods? What was the name of that stone that my wife used to use? It was like a volcanic stone. Pumice stone. Do we have pumice stones on the ship anywhere?
No.
They're very good for getting rid of old dragon skin.
In the cleaning supplies, I would assume. I don't know what Cece said.
No, you would not have any.
Next time we're in an island that has an inactive volcano, we should probably go to a shop that sells it. They're actually luxury items.
Oh, hey! We're going to an island with volcano on it.
Yeah, we can see how Korak's doing.
Excellent. Until then, Targon will turn to the corners. Don't scratch at it. Try soaking in salty water. The salt will help slough off some of the more older skin.
Aye, Corval, let's go take a bath.
Okay.
Targo's gonna realize something. And let me just point this out. Don't just jump in the ocean.
No. There are pools of water that you could go to the actual bath.
Yes.
Oh, he turns in the other direction to go to the bats.
Yeah, Targrim figured.
Thank you, Targrim.
No problem. It's odd though. He doesn't seem the type to have draconic ancestry, and usually it would have shown up way earlier.
Not unless he was experimented on.
Not true. That has been established that he was some sort of guinea pig for weird ass
I'm going to
sorcerers
look.
and
I'm gonna look at Frodium.
Yes.
I'm going to assume that you're getting at least a little bit of the gist of what's been going on, and just how fucked up this crew is.
Eventually.
I know at least. What was that, CC?
Did I hear a mirror in the back?
I'm sorry something started without my permission. Technology's been acting up on me today.
Oh,
Fair enough.
is it
I
your Alexa?
apologize.
Fair.
No.
All the hugs.
Yeah, it's fine.
Apparently turning on
All the
Alexa.
hugs and sending good technology vibes. That being said, Frodium, as far as I'm aware, the only one that has technically been experimented on is Corvallis. As of right now, that being said, myself, my brother, and Abbey have all been at the... Unfortunately, there's been some dark magic rituals that we were forced to be a part of, so you have that going for you.
Probably not the first time I've dealt with that.
I am very sorry that that is the case.
Not my issue. Prior patients.
The sentiment still stands. So,
They're doing better.
You're in for quite the time, quite the work, my friend.
oh, I should probably also mention that Elowen is, you'll figure this out, but, she is a half-blood.
Blood of what?
I'm not entirely sure what... Wait a minute, no. I got the paperwork for this. What was Elowen's mother?
Elvish.
Her mother was Elvish, her father is a god.
Okay, that is new.
Technically a half elf.
Hey. So as far as the general populace is concerned, she's a half-elf, but,
The other half is God.
hey.
Small G.
Well, I mean, I guess in her case it would be a small G. Her father is very so much a large G.
Yes.
That being said, I think it's a preference that she is not my biological child.
I assumed.
You say that, but I am an elf, so I wanted to clarify.
One has bright red hair, one has black hair.
She could have taken after her father. I stand by what I said. I think the main issue here is the fact that, you know, Xanth is very clearly a full-blooded elf and is not an adult by elven standards. Everyone else's standards, yeah, she's fine.
Never stopped the gods before, but continuing on. Mira, did you actually walk off, or are you still here?
She wasn't allowed to walk off, and then she just ended up staring at Corvallis, and then he walked away, so she's just kind of here.
Fair.
She's just been listening to this conversation.
Fair.
And,
I didn't. Yeah, I do apologize. You didn't have to stay permanently if you didn't want to. That was more of a wait a minute, I need clarification.
No, you're fine. Then things happen and she just ended up watching.
Mira, you do notice there is a red glow coming from behind the tree where Phiren is. The tree that is Phiren.
Mira's gonna start walking towards Phiren because she is concerned. She's let herself get a little bit attached to these children, and she's very concerned.
You're also on a wooden boat, and that looks suspiciously a lot like fire.
Yeah, no, she's walking over there.
I thought we were on the island boat.
No, Phiren's here. They're back on the Manray.
Yeah, she's going over towards the red glow.
Leal are a little ways away from shore at this point. Because Phiren himself can't get over there. Leal took Arania to the Phiren. Arania went back. Picked up them, came back again. But as you go over there, you see the three children, or the four. Yeah, all four of them are over there. Now, are gathered together, and you see the fluffy tail of the raccoon.
How close can I get before I am assuming I get stopped?
Nobody's looking at you.
I would like to go investigate whatever the red glowing thing is then.
They seem to be standing around it.
What is it?
As you get closer, you see the raccoon has a lighter, and they are attempting to light fireworks. There's a string of them.
Well,
There are about 60 fireworks set to this fuse.
okay. Kids? She's just gonna try and get their attention.
Well, they immediately look up, hands behind their back, and cover what they're doing.
Is there a reason you're trying to kill everybody on this boat?
We're not trying to kill anyone. You hear from Elowen.
We're about to set off a whole bunch of fireworks on a wooden boat.
That's okay. We got Phiren's permission.
Phiren?
You see a root kind of poke up out of the ground and do the closest thing to a wave or nod he can do.
You're just gonna stand there for a second. And then she's just gonna kind of cross her arms and lean on the tree and just watch whatever's happening. Like, well, apparently this is not unsafe, so I'm just gonna see what's what's gonna happen.
They're continuing to try to get it situated. As the raccoon is showing them how to do it. But, while that's going on, what's the rest of the crew up to as you see Mira leave?
Arkham is gonna watch Mira leave, concerned. You know, she's not been okay recently. He's not been okay either, and he'll be the first to admit that he didn't help in that help in the situation on underneath that fucked up chapel. But he was stressed because of the whole son coming back to life thing.
I don't think she likes us anymore.
No.
Someone should probably fill in the therapist about what happened there.
That's to happen in therapy.
There will be proper book times for this.
As I'm watching Mika, do I see that red glow though?
Yeah.
Well, since I was over the complete opposite end of the island this entire time, I'm
Oh
gonna
no,
turn
you're
it
next to
there.
the medbay by this point. Because you came
No,
over to
before-
Xanth.
No, beforehand, before all this, when they actually were back there doing their shit. So I'm gonna turn it. Captain, what is going on back there?
I have been informed. Bleh. I have been informed that I'm not allowed to know.
You're the captain. I thought you shouldn't you know what everything that's going on your ship? Isn't that kind of...
I have been told that it will not make me angry, and Phiren would get in the way of it if it was dangerous.
Okay? That's just a very odd glow over there.
I
And
turned to look.
Oh, you can see it too.
Mira doesn't seem to be stopping it, so I guess it's fine. She
Mira,
has
by
a good
this
head.
point, hasn't got over there yet. You can still see her
Oh.
walking that way.
Well, maybe Mira will put a stop to it, and if she does that, we'll know it's something that we need to stop. She has a good head on her shoulders when she's not dealing.
Phiren,
Yes, Captain.
why is my ship glowing?
There is an ongoing experiment that must be kept in complete secrecy.
Is it going to light my ship on fire?
No.
Is it going to draw a lot of attention?
Phiren
I
does
don't
not
like the fact.
respond.
Yeah, I don't like that.
We're not exactly worried about being stealthy at the moment.
I thought we have to go find some pirates.
Aye, and they're at least a couple of days out.
Yeah, fair.
Am I allowed to participate in that combat, or am I still on probation?
I thought you were already gone.
Oh, I
Corvallis, you're at the bath.
Right, yeah. Sorry, I forgot I left at the bath.
You walked away.
There's a little doll sitting in Corvallis's bed that talks to you.
DC, I'm begging you, don't bring Annabelle into this, please.
No, it's a Corvallis spell.
Oh,
Significantly
Ugh.
worse.
So I
Is
was
it a
gonna say
voodoo
that.
doll? Because that's-
Why is there? Pattern, why is there a fucking Corvallis doll right there?
I cannot say, Captain.
what is
You
up with all
cannot
these
say.
people?
Why can't you say? Is it because you don't know, or you're unwilling to tell me?
I do not know. Corvallis left it there upon getting up.
Did he just put a body switch on us at some point? Or did he think he was doing it?
I am going to look.
You see
For
the
a
dog
fucking-
get up, run across the ship towards the edge of the boat.
Oh.
Arkham is gonna
Oh.
lift the bottle to his eyes, like just like, what the hell
No,
is in this?
that's getting a guiding bolt.
Roll to hit.
That is just straight up fucking guiding bolt.
Oof.
He's gonna nail it. And you see it turns into black wisps as it shreds.
Damn.
Double crit. Hot damn.
I think the dice goes to say that a Corvallis doll needed to die.
Yeah, speaking that out of those 8d6s, 3 of them were 6s, 2 of them were 5s, and 2 of them were 4s. Only 1 was a 3.
But it disappears with a sizzle.
Captain,
Theater-
that was haunting.
Karen, I want the ship checked out for any more of those dolls.
Understood.
Captain, do you think Corvallis actually did leave that? Or I've never seen him with a doll before.
I don't think he did it intentionally. Peridium, welcome to the crew.
Yes, happy to
Pleased
have...
to be here. It should be a very interesting time.
Ah. Doc?
Yes, Captain.
I hand Doc one of the Corvallis. I have basically two things of the scales from Corvallis. I hand one of the samples to Doc.
Yes, we have been looking into this as best we are able.
Alright, so you're
I'm sorry
already
that
on
it's been
it.
taking so long.
You're fine. How long before Abby's allowed to actually get out of bed?
3 days at least.
3 days at least. Alright. In that case, I am going to put the second sample on the bedside of Abby. When she is not going to hurt herself, she can look into that as well.
Grumbling noises.
Tremble all you want. I refuse to have you die. Understood?
Accepting grumbling.
Above table, remind me what Dex said about informing Abby on certain things.
Probably best not to, if possible.
Until she's better.
Yeah, Abby's not one to sit around.
Alright. Doc, do let me know when she is battle ready again.
Understood, Captain.
Abby, when you are battle ready, you and I need to have a conversation.
More grumbling.
And I refuse to have it with you until the doctor gives you the go-ahead. So I would suggest that if you want to know sooner rather than later, let yourself heal.
Grumbling noises. Abby's never been a patient woman.
It's probably not helpful speaking that fucking everyone can see. Xanth just looks tired.
Is there anything else you would like to do for the near foreseeable future?
Yeah,
You
figure out what the fuck the kids are doing.
No, they're still doing it. We'll get to that here in a second.
By foreseeable future, I'm assuming you mean you're gonna like time skip the 3 weeks it takes us to get to
No.
where we're going. No?
There's going to be a small time skip, but we'll get to that in a second. But later that day, the sun's gone down and I've mostly just been relaxing. The ship has started sailing by that point. But you'll do hear an announcement from Phiren. Would everyone report to my room?
Are the hospital beds on wheels?
He's more referring to those that are able.
Okay. I was gonna say, speaking that it's this, if I can roll Abby's bed out, I will. Just so that she can see what's going on.
They're not, unfortunately.
Okay, well then. In that case, I am going to gently pat Abby on the head and tell her that I'll be back. Before going and seeing what all of this is going on.
Mira's been sitting by Phiren for a while now, watching over the kids, so she's just going to stay there.
Yep. Does anybody not come?
Targon comes over. He's got a fresh bottle in his hand.
You see there's a new table set up. A couple tables, actually. Nothing on them yet. Just empty tables. And then you'll see Sidha is sitting up on the roots underneath where Phiren's face is himself. And she starts to play music. A strange Eastern music that y'all aren't really used to. And not long after that, you see the two Chimera brothers, as well as Mina, both appear dressed in this kind of very nice flowing robes that really fit their forms. Not like skin tight or anything, but flow naturally around them, as the three of them start to do this beautiful twirling dance.
Aww. kids are putting on a show. It's very cute.
That's adorable.
And as they
Mhm.
do, you see the lights around you start to change as they dance in between what looks like fireworks, but not brightly lit ones. Ones that make the figures of satyrs and dragons and monsters and heroes. And they dance in between as they seem to dance a story. It seems to be a story of heroes going on an adventure, trying to save everything and dealing with the consequences along the way. Great battles, great friendships, and all of that. And as you do, and it takes about half an hour for them to get fully through it, and while breathing hard, they all give a nod towards the tables, in which you see suddenly are filled to the brim with food. At the very center of it, a large cake with the what looks like a small tree that looks like Phiren growing out the top of it. And you see little figures of each member of the crew standing on it, on the different tiers.
Okay, that's adorable.
They all have swords
so
raised. Or fists raised in, like, Tarkram's case.
Oh, this is beautiful.
They
I
give
know
you
Targrim.
She did a very
figures. Go ahead, Targrim.
I know Targum is technically speaking from a different area than the Comoros. Would he have recognized what kind of dancing was?
Yes, you would actually, as it is a deep Eastern style. It's definitely a style of dance you recognize, a form that's meant to tell a story.
I know. Damn, I know the actual name of it. Damn, I can't
sorry.
remember. I'm trying to remember what it was. I just watched a movie about it.
But continuing on.
Targum will give a deep bow of appreciation to the Comoros. That was very well done.
Thanks. You should try the food, though. It's even better.
Any particular reason for the celebration? I
Job
guess.
well done. You always got to celebrate a successful job.
I agree. All right.
At that point, you start to see fireworks start going off high above the ship.
Come on, everyone. Eat and be merry.
Arm goes over and starts picking at all the food.
It's good food.
Same. Xanth is probably also gonna go, like, eat some food, and then, speaking that there's music involved, is going to, at the very least, get, Mina and, Elowin in a bit of just a dance. She'll dance with all the children, but she's gonna make sure to grab at least those two.
Gotcha. They both... Mina is a little tired, but she comes and dances. Elowin's been leading the charge. She is currently having kidnapped your brother on the dance floor with him. Despite Kenneth wanting to walk away, he has been kidnapped.
I guess it's a good thing that boy knows how to dance.
Yep. You can see Arania sitting in her father's branches, clapping along to the music.
Nira would have grabbed a plate of food at some point, but she's standing to the side, just watching.
Targum's gonna go up to Mira, with holding 2 cups in one of his hands, a plate of food in the other, and the wine jug slung over his shoulder on a string. Mira, would you like a...
Decided to-
Hmm?
So you decided to replace your usual tea.
Sometimes tea just isn't quite the right beverage, Mira.
The British Empire is disappointed with you.
As a Chinese dragon, I can honestly say good. But Targum will hold out the cup. I won't say it's a cure all, but it helps a little bit. Would you drink with me, Mira?
She will take the cup, looking a little reluctant, but she'll take a sip.
Targum sips with you. I'm good. I'm very glad Long Way has good judging on this ship. I didn't think I would find any outside of the temple I grew up in.
Never heard of it before, but alcohol is alcohol, and she just takes another sip.
It's more than just alcohol. My people believe it has medicinal properties as well.
Oh, what kind?
Calms the spirit, but also provides warmth to the body. This is not a chugging drink. It is a sipping drink.
Well, we can all use a little calmness and warmth.
Hey. Targum looks up at the fireworks in the sky. Calmness and warmth. Yes, indeed.
At least the kids made it out of that. Relatively of sound mind.
Yes, they are. I'll admit, I was apprehensive about sending them out to do battle, even though I know they are quite capable, and their mother is also a capable warrior. But they did well.
They did. They made it out of there, well, much better off than any of us.
Yes, hopefully they never have to deal with what we had to go through. Targum takes another sip from his cup.
Yeah, that's true. This is... Yeah.
Mira, I want to apologize to you.
What for?
We're snapping at you down in that God's forsaken place. I will not make excuses. I know you were going through something I can't even truly grasp just how traumatic it was. And while seeing Tyson like in that way was hard. I hope we must look towards more sunnier ideas. Perhaps this could be a second chance for me with him. If I could reach him, if I could talk to him. Maybe. Yes.
I don't... Well, you know, Callan's been through some time traveling shenanigans. I guess, well, who knows? Maybe we'll be able to find your son, find your wife, find...
Out of character.
Give him a better...
Frick! I forgot to mention that I wanted to send that letter out when I was at the island. Dang it, Cece. Why didn't you remind me? Can we just say I did?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I was gonna say I thought you did.
Yeah, I never even thought about it. I remember writing it down. I just never actually sent it out. So while we're on the island, I took it to a courier
Yeah.
club, so on and so
We
forth.
were supposed to do we were supposed to do that on the way back to the ship.
Yeah. Well, hopefully the letter I sent does find my wife.
I hope that for you as well. I'll be happier knowing that at least some of the crew managed to get reunited with their family. And she's going to take a drink.
You
Would be
can
nice to
see
hear.
at
Hmm?
this point, Lynn has moved up and joined Sidha to play music.
Does this sound more like biwa music or shamisen?
I know neither
assuming-
of those, but it's
Shamishins are Japanese. Biwas are Chinese.
they're going more European at this point,
Okay.
with Lynn joining. Better for dancing.
Targun will look at Mira. Really, you know we'll do everything we can to help you, right?
This crew, well, you guys always do what you think is right in the moment. And she takes another drink.
Yes, we haven't been. Yeah, mistakes were made. I'm not going to argue that.
Aren't they always?
Yes, and we can learn from them.
Yes. We
As
can.
they say, mistakes are merely the cobblestones on which the path forward lie. Targun finishes his cup.
Why don't you go join the dancing? I mean, it seems like it would be right up your alley with the way that you fight.
I don't know many dances, Mira. I know some katas. I know a little bit of tai chi that can be considered a dance. Aside from that,
Mira is going to put her cup down and offer her hand out to Targrim in a way that feels distinctly like an olive branch.
well, Targum's not going to turn down the olive branch of peace. Targum would smile, put the cup and the jug down, and join Mira.
And she's not great at it, never has been, as much as Lynn would have tried to teach her, but she'll take Targrim to join the others and they'll join dancing.
Rhodium, do you know how to dance?
I can dance. Not extremely well, but I can.
What style are you most familiar with?
Slow dancing. As embarrassing as that is.
Are you capable of leading, or do you need I to lead?
I can lead if you need.
Oh, I don't need you to lead. How tall are you?
Rhodium is 5'2".
Xanth is 6 foot, so she's
Probably best if you lead.
she is going to take you onto the dance floor. And she is actually quite. She knows what she's doing. She leads you through all the notes.
Podium's not an expert, but she can keep up.
Xanth appears to be one, which is odd for a fucking captain of a pirateer ship. I think outside of Canis, Xanth probably has the most ballroom dancing experience.
I'm gonna deny that. Mira has none. None of any of that shit. Mira does not.
Captain, it seems like you are more experienced than most.
Hi.
Where'd you learn?
Hey, my mother. Kind of a required thing. I had to know how to dance for all the formals that I was required to attend.
Your nobility? Or upper merchant?
I'm sorry, repeat that. I need to turn your mic up.
Sorry. So,
No, it's
nobility or higher merchant?
Xanth smiles, but it's kind of a almost, what's the word I'm looking for? She's smiling, but it's not like a genuine smile. It's a
false smile, it's forced.
yeah, pretty much. Nobility.
You know, if you're uncomfortable, you don't have to answer. You won't offend me.
Unfortunately, it's if you're going to be on the ship, it's not exactly something that I can keep quiet. Especially speaking that you're going to have to go through all the trauma that we've all experienced.
And if you want, it can be a pro quo. I will answer questions too.
Fair. So I'm nobility. What are you?
Half nobility, bastard child.
Hey. Depending on where you're at, most wouldn't, not all would consider that half.
Yeah, well, my grandfather didn't agree.
Like I said, it always depends on where you come from. Technically, where I come from, it's honestly nobody would want to admit to that. Not for
That's
fear
seeing
of
that.
ending up in the gallows.
Yeah, well, seeing that I didn't grow up around them, I don't really care.
Well,
And I don't use that name, so it doesn't matter.
fair enough. Whose bastard child are you?
I doubt you heard of him. Damen.
Okay, Cece, would I recognize that name at all? I'm going to assume that our nobility circles ran in opposite ends, which isn't necessarily surprising. I'm from a small kingdom.
And they were minor land nobles. Just more about purity of blood than anything else.
Always the one that goes for the blood purity that always end up with the most skeletons in their closet.
It goes that way.
What kingdom are they in?
I have actually forgotten. It's been a while since I've thought of it.
Fair enough. If it's that's easy to flee from your mind, unless it's magical in nature, then it's not really much of importance now, is it?
Well, it was over 2 decades ago, so. And I was very young.
Fair enough. Any siblings that you know and or don't know about?
Not that I know about. If my mother married, I'm unaware.
Fair enough.
Aside from your brother?
As far as I'm aware, it was just the two of us. I know our parents had trouble conceiving. Hence the ritual circle. Any other questions from you?
Ah, always full of questions, but I won't push tonight. Everyone seems to be having fun. But I don't want to bog it down with work.
You can see a smiling Corvallis dancing in the air above y'all.
Yeah, he usually wore the mask before, but this is the first time you've all seen him legitimately smile.
Corvallis looks happy. That's a new experience. It's nice. That being said, I am not opposed to questions.
It's about this time you see Elowin run up.
Oh, Captain, I forgot to give you something.
Hey?
It's a scroll
What
with
do
the
you got there?
bounties.
Oh, I will take the scroll from her real fast.
She hands it over. It gives us an update on the kind of people we're looking for. You don't need to look at it now, but I forgot to hand it over when we got back.
You're alright, lass. It happened. And as she's saying I don't need to look at it right now, I am indeed opening it.
Alrighty. There are a set of 4 bounties and a rescue reward involved with the ship known as the Black Siren, which is the ship you are hunting.
Okay. Do you have this as in a handout, or do I need to write it down?
I have it in a handout. I'll show you here in a second.
Okay.
Great. Me getting ready to tip chat everything.
Okay.
The first one.
Alright.
Captain Maria Iron Hook Brig. Bounty 3,500 gold alive, 1,750 dead. Wanted for high sea piracy, murder, extortion, and destabilizing a coastal trade route. Marla has terrorized shipping lanes and is infamous for her cunning and brutality. She is the captain of the Black Siren, recognizable by her steel hook hand, dark braided hair, and scarred face. Last seen prowling the Eastern Isles. You also have her first mate, Bones Macklin. He is wanted for a bounty of 2,200 gold pieces alive, 1,100 gold pieces dead. He is wanted for assault, kidnapping, and aiding Captain Ironhook in her raids, known for his skill in close combat and brutal tactics. He is tall and heavily tattooed with a scar over his left eye. He wields a parrying dagger and always fights to defend his captain. Then there is Bosun Oli 2-ton Tanner, who is a bounty of 1,800 gold alive and 900 dead. He is wanted for assault, arson, and inciting mutiny, known for his berserker rage and reckless strength. He's been seen causing chaos in several harbor towns. His description: he is broad-shouldered, he has an eye patch and a missing tooth. He is also known for his fierce loyalty to the Black Sirens. And the last of the four bounties belongs to the Sea Witch Ursula, who has a 2,700 gold alive bounty and a 1,350 gold dead. She is wanted for illegal spellcasting, association with pirate activity, and using magic to evade law enforcement. She is infamous for her ability to control the waves and weather. She is a gaunt figure draped in dark robes, often seen with salt-stained hair and seaweed in her garb, known to use extremely powerful water magic. Their most recent victim, and the only known missing individual that wasn't recovered with the remains of the ship, is the merchant Draven Corsai, head of the Corsai merchants. And he is a prominent spice and silk merchant who seems to have been either captured, and it is expected the Black Sirens will be attempting to ransom him off for a rather decent sum. Any information about his whereabouts or what happened to him will be rewarded.
Okay. Any of these names that we recognize?
No.
Okay. Perfect. What is Ravid? That name sounds familiar, I swear.
Draven?
Yeah.
It's not one that I've used before, so.
It's not too terribly important, but I'll read it over, give a nod, and then put the scroll in my bag.
You also have their images on
Yep.
the poster. Because they're wanted posters.
Yep. Perfecto. Thank you, Elowen.
She gives you a salute before running off.
Hey. Alright. And Xanth will re-engage in the dance, the Frodium.
Is there anything anybody else wants to do during the dance?
Any other questions, Momite?
Probably a bit of small talk. Nothing prying.
Fair enough.
Then the rest of the night passes smoothly as the party goes on deep to the night. It isn't long before they'll find themselves groggily and in a state of hangoveredness wake up the next day.
In what state are we in, like, in terms of, like, are we in beds? Are we just knocked out on the ground?
You haven't made like proper beds and whatnot, so you'll usually just sleep in the grass, so it's no different at all.
All right, so Targum is going. I'm going to say he was sleeping face down. He wakes up with the hangover. He mutters literally into the. Phiren, ask Longway to make a big pot of tea.
Incapable. Longway challenged Abbey to a drinking. Not Abbey.
Would have been me.
Astrid.
Fair enough.
No, because he wants to try to win.
He could have tried challenging me.
He wants the challenge.
He wants a challenge, but he actually wants to have the opportunity to win.
So he took on Astrid the werewolf and lost. Badly.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure the only one that could outdrink Astrid is possibly me.
Oh, well,
And that's just... He tried. And that's just for the sheer fact that I am an alcoholic.
Astrid did lose the drinking game, though.
Oh?
Chimera Hikari, the eldest Chimera.
How hungover are the three of them?
Astrid in Longway hasn't gotten up. Mama Chimera is already helping with breakfast.
Fair.
Sierra's gonna try helping with breakfast. She only had like one glass. It's not that bad.
Thank you very much for your assistance, my dear. Once the small ones have woken up, would you like to join us for training?
Sierra looks excited.
We are going
Yeah.
to be having a mock battle between the children and Helen. Perhaps you'd like to assist him, or perhaps you'd like to join the children.
Whichever side you think will help round out the fight.
I believe you know his capabilities better than I.
I've only seen him fight for a little bit. And,
Indeed,
well,
more than I.
I'd have seen his more than you, but I don't know as much about the children's capabilities as you do.
Then perhaps we'll put you with him, just to make sure.
Sounds good. There's been a change in technique that I would like to try.
Push the children to their
An army.
limits. I do think they're going to need
I'll
it.
do my best. Everyone on this boat is going to need to be pushed to their limits at some point. I am more than happy to provide.
As you were taken to fight the demon children,
Ha!
who are very
Ian
unorthodox
Callan
in their
versus a
fighting.
horde of children.
Elowin is the one that holds the main line, along with the eldest Chimera.
Hmm.
Dachi. Those two hold the front while Michi and Mina take up the back, but as soon as you try to focus on the big ones, the back line will start blasting the hell out of you, and the moment you look away from Elowin, she knees you in the face. She is fast and problematic.
Would Targum have wandered over when he saw that people were sparring?
I mean, they're doing this every day, so it's up to you.
Yeah, Targum would have joined over and is standing to the side, calling out instructions on various fighting techniques that he knows, hand-to-hand style.
You see, while the two Chimeras are very well regulated into a style, Elowin is so outside of a style, she's made one of her own. And then you have Mina, who is, out of the four of them, when she actually gets into the fight, a problem. Because the moment you swing at her, she's already moved, and you've left yourself open. But she usually doesn't go for kill shots instead of distracting shots, because the moment you turn to deal with the, oh, I'm almost about to get stabbed, Elowin is in position to take off your head.
As Targum is... sorry, Mira's fighting. Targum's to the side. Or are you saying Targum's also fighting?
No, it's Mira and Al that are taking the kids.
You might be outnumbered, but I think the two adults can at least kind of hold their own.
You're kind of holding your own, but you're getting pushed further back than you would have expected.
Yeah. Mira is very much enjoying herself, though. This is her. This is where she's comfortable.
In terms of D&D, it's a pair of level 7s versus a well-organized group of level 4s.
Okay.
As Targum dodges a blow, you all have very good
Targum, jump
teamwork. Oh, I assume I thought you were saying that we were both fighting.
No, Callan is fighting with Mira.
You were just
Okay.
told that you weren't fighting.
Sorry.
Unless
Because you
wanna
did not
jump
say
in,
you were-
They don't care.
Okay. No. Two adults versus 4 children. I think that's a good limit. But Tarvin calls out, "You all have fantastic teamwork. I can see how you did so well on the island."
You should see what happens when the storm starts. You hear from the eldest Kamara, who's standing off to the side.
Ah, I'm guessing by that you mean Elwyn and her things.
No, I don't. Once the
No?
storm starts, Element herself gets stronger, yes, but she edges on the other ones, and they try even harder.
Interesting.
Xantha's kind of watching from the backside. I think she's just gonna summon a storm.
By what? Call lightning?
Yeah, basically, like the whole point is where she said, just wait till the storm comes. I'll call the storm.
Mira, I need an athletics check with disadvantage.
Okay. Got it. Athletics. With disadvantage.
Actually, I don't need. It doesn't even call lightning. I can control weather.
Oh, fair, yeah.
So,
Mira,
welcome to the thunderstorm.
you see the wind start to pick up in the crack of lightning, a light rain starting to pitter. And it's almost like the flow of the ocean as the kids are moving faster. And within about a minute, your sword is buried in the ground about 10 feet away from you. As Mina and Elwyn, Mina comes in behind, and as you're turning to deal with her, Elwyn manages to disarm you, and you see Callan spiraling backwards after getting hit by a blast from the Kamara brothers.
She'll go for her sword, I guess.
You currently have Elwyn's blade to your neck.
Mira's just gonna smile up at her, like, "How you doing there, kiddo?"
Good. You accept defeat?
With you? Always. And she kind of just like moves her hand to offer the kid a fist bump.
She helps you back to your feet. The kid's having the numerical advantage is what
Yeah. Hey, I know a losing fight when I see one. It's about training. We're all here to get better, right?
But you're also starting to get better with your new form of fighting, and it's really different. In a full
very
throwdown plural, they would have struggled to physically hurt you, but it's the disarmament that called the fight for you.
Yeah. Again, Mira's learning a completely. She went from heavily armored to a much more, to basically unarmed.
Yeah, Callan effectively
Completely
got hit.
different.
Callan got hit in the chest with lightning. He's sizzling in the background right now.
Mira just turned to him like, "You good?"
He gives you a thumbs up, but he's flat on his back. His blade on the ground next to him.
Mira will go over and help him up.
He was not ready for the lightning. He does not look like he's ready to get up. His chest is literally smoking.
Alright, Mira gets down on the ground. We're just laying down together.
I'm gonna go make sure that he's okay.
He's fine. He's just shocked.
This is
Literally.
The Munchkins get sent on a run around the boat. So they're off.
Is the Elder Komora going with them, or?
Oh yeah, she's keep making sure they keep running because they might be a little out of breath from dealing with the pair of them. But the Eldest Comer is a bit of a slave driver, and once they've caught their breath, they're running again.
Now that the training field is clear, Targrim is going to grab one of the spears that are laying around and start practicing with it, because right now he doesn't have a staff, so he needs something to fight with. Spears are simple weapons, right?
Yes.
Alright, just making sure. So he starts going through forms, stabbing, twirling the spear around, doing all kinds of Shaolin spear stuff.
It's at this point Dex walks up to the group, specifically to Xanth. Captain,
Aye?
Doc was wanting to know if he should wean off the enchantments and drugs that are keeping the halfling unconscious.
Xanth will nod. Aye. Time to deal with that.
I'll make sure they know.
I'll follow you.
I'd make sure to take your time to choose who's coming with you. Be ready. I can't imagine this is going to be easy. It will take about an hour for them to wake up.
Alright.
Captain, if I may, as Targrim finishes off a set, perhaps this is a good chance to see what kind of skills Frodium has with dealing with stressful situations and mediating them. There are.
Aye. Proteum was one of my picks anyway. Mira, did you want to join?
If you think I'll be helpful.
Based on the current
And
situation,
you know,
it is
Xanth, while Mira's a great fighter, but she's also just a genuinely nice person who's good at talking to people.
yeah.
Maybe.
Here's the thing. This is not a. Xanth wouldn't have asked if she thought you were a bad fit, but I am not currently your captain. Therefore, it's a do you want to come?
Mira gets up and is ready. I mean, this person did try to kill her, so she would rather be there. She might not be first mate anymore, but her loyalty to Xanth has always remained strong. She's always been very defensive and protective. So she'll be coming around if she gets the chance to.
Yeah. Your presence is wanted, but it's more so of I don't have the authority to say, hey, you're with me.
Yeah, Mira gets up to come along. She's gonna be there if she would like to be.
Frodium, I would like you to accompany us.
Of course.
Targrim,
Yes, Captain.
look me in the eye.
Targrim stabs at the blade of his spear into the ground and looks over at Xanth, meeting them gaze for gaze.
I want you to come with. Do not question me in front of them. Do you understand?
Has Targrim ever actually questioned you
Yes.
that much?
Yes. Yes. So many fucking times. The amount of times that you have questioned me is yes.
Why am I struggling to remember times I have? I don't know why.
I don't know either, because you do it all the time. At least 2 or 3 times a session. So
I mean,
yeah,
Mira's
no.
gone against Xanth as well. It's why she was first made in the first place.
But continuing on.
All right, Captain. I will not question anything you say.
If you have questions about my decisions after the fact, please pull me aside. But don't question me in front of other people. I need you to have my back.
Of course, I have your back.
It doesn't look at it when you start questioning it in front of others.
I apologize, Captain.
All is forgiven. I just had to make that clear. Corvallis?
Ugh. You find Corvallis just like sleeping in one of the pools of water.
I'm sorry. In the
I
Seal.
can breathe
He can
underwater.
breathe.
He likes
He can breathe.
he likes
Oh,
to sleep in water. He likes to sleep in water, so he's like just sleeping in one of the pools.
I forgot he can breathe underwater. Oh my god.
If it makes you feel any
Honestly-
better, I had like a split second of panic before. Oh wait a minute, he's an elf. He's fine.
You do see there is a bowl
Honestly?
taped to his hand.
A bowl?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait a.
A bowl presumably full of warm water.
It might have been at one point, but he's underwater now, so.
Oh god, they
I blame the
yeah.
children.
Yeah,
I
that's
also blame the children. Either that or the raccoon. It might have been the raccoon.
good chance, or it could have been the seal.
There's actually quite a bit of people it could have been. That being said,
Could have been
uh,
a ghost on the ship too.
oh god.
Or is that just
What?
a
So looks at Corvallis, and then is going to turn. Rosebud.
Rosebud looks up.
Make sure that he doesn't come into the medical bay until we're done, please.
Quack.
Quack.
You also hear a solid thud from nearby.
I look for the thud.
Tyrannus has arrived to keep an eye on Corvallis.
Who has arrived?
Tyrannus. Your lizard?
My lizard. I just, for some reason, like, the mic kind of, yeah. I will give him a pat on the head. Good lad. You and Rosebud get along. Behave.
He is watching Corvallis. Just stare.
That being said, I am also going to grab Lynn and Telly.
Fair. Need something, Captain? You hear from Pally.
We're about to wake up the halfling. Little under an hour at this point.
Understood. I'll make sure the ship is ready in case something goes wrong.
I
Hey,
appreciate
Flynn
it.
is suddenly near us. She's immediately getting hugs.
She
As per
immediately
usual.
hugs you back. She's waiting for you at the medical ward.
Yeah, Lynn gets hugs. It's like a very sweet moment, and then there's a switch, and Mira's like the soldier ready to go. Like hugs. Okay, let's do this.
I am also going to approach Mina.
And she looks up. Hello, Captain.
Hello, Mina. We are about to wake the halfling. Did you want to be present during that interrogation?
I'm okay. I have to do running anyway.
That is fair. I figured, given the circumstances, that it was only right to ask. If you have any questions, do let me know, alright?
Will do.
And I'll let her run off before looking to Elowin. Keep an eye on them while we're doing this, alright?
There's a nod.
Okay. She'll get a nod back, and that... I think that's really... grabbing my brother as well, so that he's there.
Yep.
We'll fill Jay in later, but...
It takes a little while, but you find yourself in the med bay with the halfling starting to stir. You see Malin and Abbey have been moved to one side. Malin is actually sitting up. He looks considerably better than when y'all first got him.
Fair. Is Abby
Shivy?
still... Is Shivy still out?
Yeah, Shivy has broken yet.
Is Abby still
Yeah,
tied down to the bed?
she is. She's actually
Okay.
more tied down than she was yesterday. She looks to almost be in a coffin at this point.
Xanth, what part of you're not going to know until you're 100% healed did you not understand?
She grumbles. Then you hear from Doc. I think she gets it from somebody she works with. She always ends up finding trouble. Well, I think she had a good role model.
I probably dragged her into more trouble than it was worth.
But there is a sectioned off place for you to talk with the halfling.
Xanth is going to go grab a chair and sit by the bedside and get ready for this. She's she's manacled to the bed, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Both her wrists are manacled to either side.
Okay.
She ain't going nowhere.
Proteum, you mind taking notes during this?
If you'd like, I can.
I'm
Guessing there's another chair I can take.
You were handed one.
Good. Let's start this off on even footing with them.
I wouldn't exactly call this even footing.
Uh.
That's as close as we're going to get.
I can at least give them a friendly face.
Speaking the last time they saw mine, they were getting stabbed to death. Hey.
Actually, you might want to sit off to the side for a minute, just so they don't awake to that, if they remember.
I'm not the one that stabbed them.
And let's
Okay.
not forget the reason they were stabbed is because they were trying to kill us. Yeah.
Out of character, I'm pretty sure she had her throat slit. She wasn't stabbed.
Yeah, she did. And she didn't actually fight y'all. She led you into the ambush, said something about not being part of the deal, and had her throat slit for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Either way, the last time she saw us, she was leading us into a trap, and then they attempted to murder her.
Quite a bit of time has passed between now.
Yeah! Well over a month!
That's some unfortunate circumstances then.
And she's been drugged the whole time.
Hey!
With medieval
Yes.
medicine.
No, mostly magic.
Anywho.
But y'all see as y'all are talking, can I get a medicine check from Zan?
Hey, you mate. Do we have any hero points?
Can I help with it?
No, this is specifically for Zan.
Okay.
She's keeping a better eye on what's going on, and you're talking to them.
My medicine's high enough. I only have 2 hero points. I'm not gonna bother with it. Oop.
Zan, you see, it looks more and more like she's about to wake up before she starts drifting back into a deeper sleep again. Her breathing slowing, and the movements slowing to a stop as well.
Doc?
Yes, Captain.
She should be waking up.
Yes, she should. I don't know what's going on. It's all very, very, very strange.
I'm checking for a pulse.
It's slow and steady.
Is there something that I can do to figure out why she's not waking up? Whether that be medicine or arcana.
Roll me another medicine.
Just in case, can I help with this one?
Yeah, now that you can actually see she's doing things. Are you trained in medicine?
Yes, I am. I have a proficiency of 6.
25.
Didn't even need it.
You're testing it, and then you realize the first pulse is a false pulse.
as you're running over, it's a little bit too far off to the right. So you shift, re-look at it, and that pulse is hammered. That's not the pulse of somebody that's asleep. That's the pulse of somebody that's either having some kind of medical issue or has adrenaline pump. Can I get an advantage insight?
What did I do?
Something.
Xanth? And this bitch is awake. And instead of fully waking up, she made it seem like she'd fallen back asleep. And she's listening. And based on the pulse, she's probably scared.
Everyone give me some room.
Yes,
Targon
Captain.
will step back and lean against the wall.
Vera takes a step back as well, because she was standing like right behind Xanth. Not too far away, ready to strike if needed, but steps back.
Mira,
I am.
Xanth, can I get perception checks from both of you?
Yes.
Did you say me?
Yep, y'all are both close enough for it to see this.
Alright.
What about Targon? He was up against the
You step
half
back,
and two.
yeah. You back up against the wall when this is happening.
13.
Xanth, you're the only one that notices as you're watching this, but as your eyes flick up and you say for them to back off, you notice one of the manacles, while looking locked, is not.
Is her hand still in it?
Yeah. It's still around her wrist. But based on what you know, you're pretty sure either it wasn't locked in the first place, which doesn't sound like Doc, or Lynn, or they managed to pick it at some point. And the moment they move, that hand's going to be free.
If I click it shut, will it auto lock, or do I need to actually physically lock it?
You need to physically lock it. Because remember, they're not handcuffs, they're actual manacles.
Yeah. That's why I asked. Okay. Is the other one still locked?
Yes.
Okay. In that case, as long as that one is still locked, Xanth is just going to reach up, grab her wrist, and put it onto the bed.
Which one? The manacled one or the fake?
The one
manacle?
that's the fake manacle one.
It slides
But just
right
so that
out.
yeah, just so that I have a grip on it. And I'm gonna lean down and go and just whisper, I know you're awake. I don't actually want to hurt you, but I need answers. We are trying to protect you, but you're going to have to cooperate.
Roll me a persuasion.
You know what? This one I'm gonna use advantage on just due to the fact that it's not my best at
Good call, good
pop
call.
off. Yeah.
Yes!
You needed that advantage because otherwise it was 12.
Yeah. Oh, well, 12 plus 4, but still. Thanks to God.
You see her eyes open, and you see they are a very pale gold. Which is very different than her white hair and the red mark at the center of her forehead, and very different than the mark that covers her chest.
What is your name?
Uri.
If you will put that in the chat, please. All right, lass.
Her eyes are now narrowed and full of suspicion.
I do not let go of her wrist because I don't fucking trust it at this point. Grace. Above table. She was working for the Red Robins, wasn't she? Or am I
Yes,
that wrong? Yeah, okay. That's what I thought.
I believe so.
Isn't the Red Robins from? Maybe I'm mixing up campaign. Sorry.
Here's the thing. You're not wrong, but Cece has used different gang names in the same.
Yeah,
I
for
think
different
the-
campaigns. But isn't that also
Yeah.
the one for Mad Men?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'm not mixing things up. Okay.
No,
gotcha.
you're not. You're working for Red Robins, correct?
Could be.
Last. The fuck was that?
Fixing my mic.
Yeah.
Sorry, headphone users. Laugh. I very so much would enjoy not having you end up in jail. I need you to work with me.
And why would I?
Because if it wasn't for me and my crew, you'd be dead.
I'll be dead either way. Not that it changes anything.
We took you off the shore. We're working on getting that brand off of you.
Why?
So no. Because I don't fucking like bullies. Nor do I like slave drivers.
And you really kicked a hornet's nest, didn't you?
I'm pretty good at that.
You see her eyes flicker across the room, taking everything in, landing on each person in turn, looking them up and down. You definitely recognize the look of somebody casing a joint.
Makes sense. Do note last.
Mira just
What about-
raises an eyebrow holding her sword. Not happy.
Are you, like, holding it up? Drawn?
No, she has it in her hand, ready, always does, and she just kind of raises an eyebrow as this woman looks her up and down, like, you want to start something? Because I have a sword.
You're medically trained enough, Xanthan, close enough that you see the muscles kind of tense. She's just coiling. Not recoiling, but coiling.
Following her eyes, I can see Mira with sword in hand.
Yeah.
Mira, stand down.
Mira takes a second, and she just gives Xanth a disappointed look and walks out.
Xanth is going to look back at the halfling.
You see Mira's move confuses the girl even more as she's looking even more ready to deal with whatever's about to happen.
Xanth is going to look at the halfling, just continuing on. Look, you're about a day's travel out at sea. We are quite literally the only ones that can help you right now. I don't want this to end in a fight. Nor do I want this to end with you in another set of fucking manacles.
Why would
But
I
I need
believe you
to-
on that? Wouldn't be the first time somebody said something like that to me. Could be we're just in a quiet warehouse.
Is there a window or anything in the medical ward?
Yeah, Abby jumped off out through it, and it has been since boarded. So
Yeah. You know what? Xanth is going to. So there's the other manacles that it's still technically a. Xanth's gonna reach over, unattach the second set from the bed, attach it to her wrist, attach it back to the halfling's wrist, and then I'm basically going to manacle this halfling to me and grab her wrist, and I'm gonna pull her out. I'm not like forcing her. I like super aggressively, but in a I will show you we're at sea.
Targum follow behind
fair.
calmly, just like trying behind, spear in hand, not being threatening, but also ready just in case something happens.
So another drawn weapon.
Well,
Varen,
well,
how are you doing?
She's only armed with pen and paper at this point. And just following quietly, waiting to.
I want it
Well,
to be noted
waiting
that
for
I
the
took
captain's
no.
bidding.
Thank you. I want it to be known I did not take any weapons into this room,
Fair.
so I am completely unarmed.
I don't think you can sheath a spear, so Targum was
You
just carrying it around.
You can leave it on the wall. It's in your hand, very easily ready to use. So would count technically as a drawn weapon, quote unquote.
You can put it on your back.
Targum doesn't have a thing for that. He only remember he usually carried around a rod that could shrink down to a foot. He had a little holster for it. So until he gets to something to
Fair.
actually put it on his back, he'll just be walking around with it.
But you are right. Spears usually aren't sheathed. They're just leaned against the shoulder when you're walking.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how
Either
Targum's
way.
walking behind you.
Yeah. Either way.
But
Believe
with
me
the
now?
height difference, she's having a little trouble walking, as she's been in a coma for a month as well.
I am doing my best. Like, I'm not dragging her. I'm not, I can't just let her go. That's dumb. But I'm not trying to be, like, a cunt about it.
To be fair, though, if you let her go, where's she gonna go?
Yeah, that's true. Would Targum be able to step up and help, seeing like the halfling is struggling?
I mean, you can pick her up, but whether or not that ends well or not, it's up to you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna try to pick her up because
Yeah.
It's more of the issue if her arm has to be up to keep up with Xanth's height, but she is significantly smaller.
Yeah.
Where did
I
Mira
say
go?
Xanth.
She like just outside the door?
Mira?
I'm sorry, what?
Where did Mira go? Is she just outside the door, or is she nearby?
No, she walked away. She is in the area that we've been using for training, looking to be beating the hell out of a dummy of some sort.
Fair. You see this girl quickly finds Mira, starts logging mentally each of the individual. You get the distinct feeling she's looking for an escape route.
Yeah. But I am going to, honestly, after the first couple of feet, I am going to look at her and go, apologies, there's quite a bit of a height difference, and just pick her up and show her the fact she's in the middle of the fucking ocean.
There's not much she can do to fight it. Her body's a little weak right now, and she's got the height difference on her.
Yeah. But after showing her that she's in the middle of the sea,
She locks onto Mira again, just beating the hell out of the dummy.
yes.
What's with
You
her?
believe me now? Drama. It'll cool off eventually.
She doesn't say anything.
Now, do you believe me now?
Unless it's an illusion, but I have no reason to believe it is, unfortunately.
Again, we're trying to get rid of the mark so that it's not burdening you anymore.
At
We
that
want to
point,
help.
you hear a small slapping sound.
I look.
The seal is on its way to Mira. It has a big feathered hat. Like
Where
wide
does it
brim
really-
and big feather.
I wonder what the seal's obsession with hats stems from.
I have no idea.
It's a fine hat, though.
Mira, you see the seal come up to you.
Mira is now pulling old beloved move and is joining the seal on the ground, acting like a seal.
You are given the big feathered hat.
Beautiful. Mira is now being a seal on the ground. Very intimidating.
The seal is being a seal with it. You see this halfling kind of narrow eyes and just kind of tilt her head, lost for words.
Yeah.
Where's Corvallis
Yeah,
during
this person
by
that
the
was
way?
looking at her always dating is now just flapping around.
Corvallis is probably still just passed out in the pool. No one woke him up, so he doesn't understand alcohol because he doesn't have a taste. So he kind of just kept drinking and drinking and drinking, and yeah.
Fair. Probably for
Probably
the
had
best.
Probably had to be cut off at some point.
He'd have a killer hangover.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to hit that poor man with a lesser restoration after this.
Yeah, when someone who doesn't have taste or any form of or doesn't understand tolerance tries to drink something, he just like, I'm not feeling what everyone else is feeling. I guess I haven't drunk enough.
But
About
that being said, Xanth is going to sit with the halfling on the ground. What did they want from you?
What has anybody ever... You see the mark on her chest suddenly spark, and lightning scorches her throat.
All right. Okay.
Fucking vultures! And you see she literally spits a decent amount of blood onto the ground.
Ah.
All right. So we're
Would you
gonna.
like me to help that?
I've got it. I am going to look at her and go, have you ever been healed with magic before?
You see she yanks back her arm, and you see a myriad of scars. Overlaid one over the other. Can I get a medicine check?
Do I have advantage because of my background?
Uh-huh.
That's gonna offer Phiren's close enough.
They already have advantage, so the help wouldn't do anything.
Yep.
Yeah. I almost don't want to make this roll. I'm going to, but
Those be whip marks. And they're layered.
which means she's had magical healing.
Oh yeah. It looks like somebody has been attempting to use a whip on her to get her arm. To get a control of it. Whips the tip of the whip so it wraps around her arm. Yanks it tight to yank her over. There's a lot around the forearm.
Would you like a healing spell? Or would you prefer against it?
You see she tries to say something again, but just more blood gets coughed up.
I apologize. I'm not sure what that is, and therefore, due to the fact that you are obviously in need of medical attention, I am going to heal you. I apologize in advance, as I look for fucking cure wounds. Nope, that didn't work.
I mean, if you're using roll 20, it should be like right in your attack list.
There you go.
Yeah, I rolled from the wrong place.
You see she winces not when you cast the magic, but when you touch her.
Yeah. I don't blame her.
So it wouldn't be from the pain. of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
spell.
I figured as much.
But she doesn't say anything after that.
Alright. Well, based off of that line of questioning will stop now. At least until we can get that mark off of you.
You hear just a low growl. She doesn't seem happy about the mark.
I don't fucking blame her.
Can I get an insight check from those that are standing around her? Xanth and Targrim both see it. Phiren, you actually see it too, just barely. You all see something catches her eye behind Xanth that immediately makes her straighten up for a second, but her shoulders then immediately hunch a little bit, over compensating and taking a step back from Xanth.
Targrim's gonna look back there.
Yeah, same. Who's she looking at?
You see the kids running by on the other side of the ship.
Xanth is going to look at her and go, she's under our protection. As far as I'm concerned... What?
How?
What do you mean, how?
She seems very thrown off.
Fair. In order to properly answer your question, I'm going to need a bit of more of an explanation.
She's fumbling at the moment.
If I may, Captain, maybe I think I understand. Forgive me for assuming, but do you mean how are they under our protection, or?
You see she immediately starts looking around elsewhere. And she's almost frantic.
Perhaps inside would be best for now, Captain.
I am going to scoop this woman up and take her back to medbay.
Roll me in athletics.
One moment. I need to read something. Nope, that's not what I want. You said athletics?
Yep.
Oh. Fucking hell, excuse me.
Xanth, you only barely manage to keep hold of this halfling's wrist. As suddenly she's out of the manacle, and it's only you having had her wrist in your hand that you managed to lock around as you get hit in the face with a smoke bomb.
Yep. We're going into. I'm pinning her down to the ground.
Roll me another athletics.
Ugh. I'm using a hero point. I'm not risking this one. Here it is. You could actually fucking click. Oh, give me a moment. I need to reload.
Out of character, was this woman not searched before?
Oh, she was.
Where the hell did she keep the smoke bomb?
You don't ask those questions.
I'm asking a question I'm not sure I want to know the answer to.
You managed to bull her down, your body taking instincts from what you've dealt in the past, and you have her down as you hear her call out a simple name. Lila. And then you see her whole body rack as the mark goes black and her entire body is sheathed in lightning.
Shit.
Oh god.
But
So I get
as it does, that is where we're going to be ending it for tonight. Good job,
No,
you guys.
you
That was a
motherfucker.
lot of fun. I look forward to seeing what y'all do next week and how the party reacts to what has happened and what is to come. And for those that are here listening in, I thank you as well for joining in with us. And I hope you are ready to see just how much trouble this party has gotten themselves into. Thank you very much, and I hope y'all have a wonderful night. Peace.